Hi there, I'm Camilla Campuzano, the Community Manager of Montessori Thrive and Nido Marketing. Welcome to the Nido Marketing YouTube channel, where every week I help and make videos to help Montessori school leaders grow their enrollment and market their schools. In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about why you should be giving Google Ads a little bit of time to understand your campaigns before making tweaks and changes. Google Ads take time to work. Let's take a little deep dive into why that is. So first things first, Google Ads is not about instant results. Don't be expecting leads to come flooding in as soon as you launch your campaigns. It's not something that's going to bring you the right leads in a day or two. Actually, Google needs to learn, and it can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks for Google Ads campaigns to actually start picking up momentum and bringing you those quality leads. In your case, those families that are going to enroll in your school. So Google is always learning. It's always picking up new algorithms. It's always trying to understand how it can do better, what your aim is. So during the second to the fourth week of any ad campaign, try not to make too many changes to your ad account because it's just trying to learn and process the information you set out in the first place. Google is always learning and gathering data. If you make changes too early, you are actually interfering with Google's process, which can lead to you kind of wasting money because it may cost you a little bit of money to tweak and change your campaigns. And again, it's not really going to necessarily result in anything better. So it's important to just give it, at least that 4-week window to really start running those good ads and bringing in those quality leads that you're aiming for. So just keep in mind, it takes time. It's not you, the campaigns. It's just Google trying to learn. With that said, you have to understand the learning period. When you first start a new campaign or make significant edits to an existing campaign, your account status will set to learning. This is going to happen when anyone tries to set out a campaign, and that's the time where Google is really trying to figure out what the goal of your campaign is. And it's going to take time to bring you those quality leads and to actually help get you the right ROI, return on investment. So give it that learning period to understand, this is how things are going to work. It needs to process data. And then after the learning period is when you can, of course, start making those tweaks. So just a little bit more about understanding that learning period, other factors that trigger the learning status. So whenever you implement changes, you're going to, again, restart that learning period. So these are things that begin that learning period. Changes to settings for bid strategy, changes to conversion actions, implementation of new smart bidding strategies, significant changes to a campaign's composition will also restart a learning period. Large budget and bid changes. We always tell Montessori schools I work with to only, if they want to increase the budget, to do it incrementally. Follow the 20% rule. Avoid budget changes that are anywhere larger than 20% of your current budget because that really throws off Google's learning. Google loves consistency, so do things slowly. If you want to increase your budget by 30%, start with 10%, 20%, and then go up to 30% rather than doing that 30% jump all at once. So space those changes out. Pausing and enabling campaign or ad groups. We get this question a lot from Montessori schools who are saying, this point of the year isn't necessarily the most popular for enrollment or re-enrollment, so maybe let's pause ads. And we tell them, no, actually, that will disrupt Google's learning period, and it's actually going to cost you money in the end. So it's better to just always keep the ads consistent and maybe spread out your budget rather than cancel or pause Google ads. So that's just something to keep in mind when it comes to the overall learning period that Google ads have. So what about when the learning period is up? So let's say you waited that 2 to 4 weeks, Google has had a chance to learn and understand your campaigns, and now you're ready to make those tweaks. From this point on, you'll see that Google has collected enough data and your status will be listed as eligible for those tweaks and changes. So Google has been able to process everything and you're now eligible to make changes that are going to actually help your campaign rather than disrupt that learning process that Google has to go through. You can start making optimization changes for your campaigns. Sometimes Google will give recommendations. You can also talk to a Google Ads rep. If you have Google Ad Managers, you may not have to worry so much about what tweaks you need to make. But things like change in your ad copy, different target keywords, negative keywords that you're using in your campaigns, target audience, your location as well. Maybe you want to broaden your location. All of these things are important to consider, especially as your Montessori school, You want to make sure that you're reaching the parents in the right area. So you can start making those tweaks once you've given Google the time to learn and understand what data you're putting forth. So yes, Google Ads is a little bit of a learning process. It may take a little while to get there. It's not something that you're automatically going to get an ROI on, but in the long run, it's really worth it. And always remember, if you're going to make changes, make incremental small changes that are strategic.